Yeah! Yeah! It's turtle time. So I've been thinking about this game a lot since we did the Cathy Plays Classics of Turtles in Time last week, I guess it was. And I was wondering where exactly differences were. Back attack on off, I don't know what that means. Color anime or comic? I don't know. That sounds the same. So this is Hyperstone Heist for the Sega Genesis. This is the basically like the counterpart to Turtles in Time. Donatello, always. April O'Neil reporting. So I rented this game a couple of times when I was a kid, but it never really, it didn't capture my attention like Turtles 2 or Turtles 3 on the NES did. Turtles 3 especially, I don't know why I'm playing that game now, but I rented the shit out of the game. I didn't really own it, but I own it now. I don't know how I came across that cartridge. Bought it somewhere probably, but yeah. Just rented it a lot. That was probably the worst one. So this is already some differences here. This is the music from the first level in Turtles in Time, right? But we're in the sewers, we're not in Big Apple, 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. or whatever it is. On the high riser. But the character models are basically saying the little spin attack, that attack is the same. If he does do an attack where it throws the foot soldier into the screen, I bet it looks like shit. Because the Genesis couldn't do that type of stuff. Sega CD could, but not the standard Genesis. So I thought when we were doing the Cathy Plays Classics, I thought that I predicted that I remembered that the level progression was probably the same up until you went back in time, but already I'm being proven wrong here. So this is already exciting. Got it set on easy because I don't really want to. These games are not really about skill, as far as I'm concerned. I'm sure somebody could beat it without getting hit once, but that's the skill I don't want to learn. I just want to see the levels. I want to see the turtle stuff. Cathy's out at boxing class. I should mention that also this is the first time I've done one of these in a long time. I did a couple of videos back when we first started where I just played different things, and before I started playing full games. I'm not going to play through all of this, although I might. We'll see. I'm not going to do another video. This is the only video I'm going to do. We'll see how far I get. But yeah, this is the first time I've done this in a while. Still in the middle of Undertale. Maybe not the middle, but fuck, I might be getting close to the end. I don't even know that game's so difficult to figure out what the hell's going on or what is what. I got to a boss and she's telling me I'm a killer, and I'm like, I barely killed anybody. So the best I can tell, all the foot soldiers are different colors, but they seem to have the same attacks. Some of the blue ones had swords. Okay, so we're getting out the sewers here. What's next? This is Alley Cat Blues. This same music too, except the Genesis version. I might better turn it down. There's a problem with our Cam Station. I've been trying to fix it with the videos that I put up there. audio doesn't sync with our mouths, and that's not a terribly hard problem to fix. It kind of happens over time. It seems to start to play our videos if they go over about 45 minutes. So I can fix it after that part, but where it does become a problem, ironically enough, is well, that's probably the wrong saying, but if I had the speakers too loud and they get picked up by the microphone, the game music could give away that I moved some of the audio around, which I experienced in a Chrono Trigger video that we recorded earlier today, or actually this video we recorded yesterday, and pretty sure I fixed that, so that shouldn't be a problem in the final video. Got a bunch of videos right now in the kind of waiting in the wings, as it were. I think 2 Chrono Trigger videos, 1, 2. Cathy plays classics, and the only reason those take so long to get up because Cathy actually has to make the artwork for it. She's got Adobe Photoshop on her computer, not knowing how to use it, and she can make a title card, basically. So a title card has to be made for that. Shit. The Chrono Trigger video, she's out boxing right now, and she's already explained to me that she wants to do another Chrono Trigger video when she gets back, because we're not close to the end, I don't think, but this is basically the same level. This whole, yeah. We're not, we basically, Chrono Trigger, if you haven't played it, basically hit a certain point, and it's basically just side quests. And it's like, hey, you can beat the game whenever you want to, but you might not be ready. We're basically just starting the side quest phase. We just rescued Chrono after he died. So that's cool. That's a good game. I'm ready to move on though. Kind of ready to move on from Undertale too. We're doing a lot of RPGs, a lot of action RPGs for me on this end. Back into the sewers, but it's just like sewer surfing. It looks like sewer surfing, but we're not surfing. But yeah, I just kind of want to do something a little bit more skill-based. I'd spoken to her about the idea that I had of me playing Yoshi's Island, her playing Super Mario World, because I've never beat Yoshi's Island, she's never beat Super Mario World. I don't think she's beat Yoshi's Island either, but it really doesn't matter. She played Yoshi's Island more than I have, because she owned it when she was a kid. And I beat Super Mario World when I was a kid as a virtue of playing my brother's cartridge. It's not a hard game. I think I'll have a hard time beating Yoshi's Island than she will beat Super Mario World. I beat Super Mario World actually recently on the Virtual Console. It's not bad. Not a hard game, and I'm not talking about, when we play these games, I'm not saying we're going to find every exit and play every level and all those stuff. I just want to get to the end of the game. That's all I care about. I never did that with Super Mario World, because those special worlds are hard. Shit. Get my ass kicked. These are like the pizza aliens from, or the pizza creatures or whatever. It's an episode of Turtles, shit, I get my ass kicked. That's an episode of the Turtles TV show I never actually saw. I remember, Burger King having like a cross-promotional thing with like Turtles things, or Turtle stuff. You can get Turtles tapes from like Burger King. And I had one, and it would show the other like 3. I think I only had 4. And then one of the ones they had was the Pizza Aliens thing. I was the first boss. It's a long level. Leatherhead, he was like the boss of like the 4th level in Turtles in Time. You're too immature to hang with me, sure. Already did. Fuck. Same boss music. But those Burger King tapes, I think the one that I had was shit, he gets kicking shit out of me. Had something to do with like a museum. Damn! Okay, I should probably be more cautious. It's like a Dark Souls boss. Dark Souls 3, on the horizon here. I've played and beaten Dark Souls 1, 2, and Bloodborne. I haven't played Demon Souls ever. I'm okay with that. But, I'm pretty excited about Dark Souls 3. Bloodborne was kind of disappointing for me. It just seems short and not as varied as the other Dark Souls games. Serious ghost ship. So this is probably the ship level from Turtles in Time. Oh, this is different. This is like Turtles 3, when you're like surfing from the beach to the ship. I don't remember any of this. I didn't fall in anything of Dark Souls 3. I've got some cash in my wallet from Christmas, and have not touched it since then. It's been like 2 months now, and I've been thinking I should just save it for a game that I really want was coming out. Dark Souls might be it. Far Cry, whatever, Instinct, Predator, or whatever, the one that takes place in Ice Age, I guess. It's coming out soon too. That they get some good buzz around. It might be something to look at. I still need to go back and beat Dark Souls 2 on PS4. I beat it on PS3 when it first came out, but Cathy bought me the Scholar of Sin, Scholar of the First Sin, or whatever, the PS4 one that had all the DLC, and I kind of got hung up on kind of looking up, like, you know, where can I get like the best like great sword in the game, and basically it's in this one part of this DLC, and the DLC is hard as shit. So I think the next thing I was gonna do was basically go into Drain Lake Castle, which is not the end of the game, but it's like part 3 or 4 of the game. And playing Bloodborne, man, I pretty much got like the worst ending. I missed a bunch of bosses, but I didn't know. I just played it. You know what I mean? I didn't really look anything up. I just played it as I went. And I look it up and I'm like, well, this is actually the final boss, and what you did was stupid. I'm not doing that again. Didn't really do much of the Chalice dungeons either. But it kind of bummed me out most. Well, I have a hard time figuring out what bummed me out the most about Bloodborne was either the lack of environments or the lack of weapons. The weapons that it did have did transform, and that was pretty cool. And it's kind of hypocritical for me to say the lack of weapons is a downfall, because I pretty much stick with great swords and powerful stuff that I find. I think I used a Zweihander through most of Dark Souls 2 before I got it's like a sword to start. It's a double-handed sword, not a double-handed sword, but a great sword. It started like a K. I don't know, it's curved, and it was pretty powerful. I used that pretty much in the game. And I basically used Tables of Armor through both Dark Souls 1 and 2. So, we'll see how Dark Souls 3 treats me. I mean, in Dark Souls 1, not Dark Souls 1. Bloodborne, I used that switchblade item you get from the beginning of the game, pretty much from beginning to end. I used the Ludwig Holy Blade a little bit, but that was it. So I wonder how far I am in the game right now. I've only fought one boss, but I feel like I've gone through a few stages. I don't know. I remember less about this game now that I'm playing it. Where are those guys? Like Dimension X rock beings. Were they in Turtles in Time? I don't remember. I done forgot everything about the game. We played through most of it. Like 2 weeks ago. A week ago. 99% of it, not for anything about it. I ain't played this game in 20 years. Surprising. I don't remember this stage in a cave. Like, what? I told a story about my nephew having a birthday party at Chuck E. Cheese and them having a Turtles in Time machine, which is pretty way late at that point. It was like 5 or 6 years after that machine would have been relevant. I had Chuck E. Cheese and me playing it, just playing in the quarter, you know, playing Donatello, and all these kids wandering up one by one, trying to play, and they would last me long enough, and they would come sporadically enough so that I was able to beat the game, and they would just die. Okay, so that's the big attack in this game, that big lunge. And it does seem to take life away. Turtles 3 style. Yeah. I'll try it again. Okay, so 2 hits of life away? Damn. Probably shouldn't have experimented that last time. Yeah, I never liked that in these beat 'em up games. Turtles 3 did that. There's other games I can think that did that. Probably other Konami games that did that. Or somewhere in my mind, I can't remember the titles of them right now, but yeah, that's terrible. I liked it in Turtles 2 where you can just do it at will and kill basically every little fodder enemy in one hit. A lot of yang smack being talked about these games nowadays, and they wouldn't hold up. And you're right, they wouldn't. They wouldn't. No, if you made a game like this and you didn't have extra hooks in it, like a Castle Crasher or something, most people wouldn't like it. I don't really. Give me a good day to play this. I will play through some of these games. And most of them, I want to play some co-op with Cathy on our YouTube channel, but and I have an idea for something different from Cathy Plays Classics, where she just plays by herself. We did Turtles in Time and called it a Cathy Plays Classics and labeled it that way because she don't have time to make entirely new artwork. And I understand it takes a long time. She's very, very busy. But even like Contra that we did recently, I don't even know if this will go before or after Contra because she has to make the thing for it. But at some point, I just started playing with her because it's a 2-player game. It's hard as shit. So, I have a lot of ideas, and most of them include these beat 'em up games. Some of them get a bit more complicated. I was thinking of Knights of the Round for the Super Nintendo. We could play as King Arthur and Percival and Sir Lancelot, and they kind of level up and do stuff. It's pretty cool. It sounded like the Dungeons and Dragons games that Capcom put out in the arcades, which I played through those recently on the PS3. They were either free or super cheap on PSN a long time ago, and I bought them. And at some point in time in the past year and a half, I moved my PS3 into our bedroom, which there isn't a TV in our bedroom right now, because we have to move it when we have guests. But I played through both of those games just in bed, which is pretty cool. Don't remember anything about them except for the final bosses were fucked, and I was very glad that they kept it in like an arcade mode where you just hit a button and you got a coin. So, if they were Super Nintendo style where you Just have to survive, and that's it. I mean, these games were... I feel like these games were generated 90% on someone having fun. Not 90%, 10% on someone having fun, and 90% taking money. So when they were released in the home market, they were relying purely on that 10% of fun. And when you're playing with other people, I mean, if you have like a brother, sister, or a good friend to play with, you can sustain it a lot. This level is not in Turtles in Time. So it looks like they used the kind of the very base gameplay, base graphics from Turtles in Time with the Turtles art and animations and the foot soldiers and the bosses. Except for Rocksteady, I don't remember him being in Turtles in Time. But I think they made a sort of different game. Because level 2 was definitely in here. That ship seems like we're in some type of feudal Japan castle, Chinese castle. I don't mean to sound insensitive of what I know and what I don't know. I'm an idiot. Okay, he throws that thing like Turtles 2, and pops out the swords and throws the manhole at you. I've been at 2 lives for the past 3 tumbles. Why'd I speak to you? Just me and you, buddy. Was this scene 3? I wonder how many levels are in this game. It's weird how they have them broken up. Seems like as soon as you change an environment, Turtles in Time, there's a new level. I gotta keep mindful of the clock. Cathy's class ends at 6:30. Shit! And as luck would have it, playing a Turtles game, I have to order some pizza. She's gonna pick up, so I got 30 minutes before I have to order. I doubt I'll play for 30 minutes. Turtles 2 had a level like this where it took place in kind of like a feudal, or like an older Japanese, Chinese environment. You get chased by tigers and stuff. Okay, the thing's gonna come down and hurt me. Get over here. Or maybe it's just there so I don't jump too high. I had a feeling that Cathy didn't like Turtles in Time that much. She definitely didn't like Contra. This whole bamboo thing, I'm not a big fan of. It's power. Pizza's like they're crack. See how like amped up he got after he got it? Yes. I wonder if the difficulty that I pick determines how many pizzas are per level. I mean, there's not many variables they can change. I guess how much damage you take and stuff like that. How much damage you do. So I'm murdering everybody. Good thing these things are robots. I guess they keep their childlike minds innocent from death. Death by Ninja Turtle. At least they didn't shoot lasers on them. Shouldn't have done that. Fuck. So if you watch the Turtles in Time Cathy Spice in this, you notice a lot of the same animations and stuff, like being electrocuted. Like that electrocution animation is in the very first level of Turtles in Time. These enemies were in Turtles in Time too, but they didn't wear white. They were orange or purple or pink. The blocky enemies. I shouldn't have gotten the pizza so early. I'm about to fight more foot soldiers. This looks like a boss encounter area. Boom. How you not dead, dude? There you go. I think that's the guy from the movie. Tatsu? Yeah, I think he was like the bald guy in the first movie who like Shredder's little sidekick. He was the guy with Casey Jones told him he needed to freshen up his breath. And then he hit him with a golf club. Maybe that's like the secret weapon I need to beat him. It's weird that he's in here. I guess he was in Turtles 2. I think he was. I don't know Turtles 2 that well. I was kind of an odd kid out and didn't really like that movie as much as the first one. Everyone loves Turtles 2. It's pretty much renowned as the greatest Turtles movie. I had 1, 2, and 3, but not for me. First one, straight up, always. Even from the beginning. The Turtles 2 movie seemed too childish to me. With their big white eyes and their more colorful costumes. I was way more into Turtles 1. But it's weird to me that in Turtles in Time they would have Toka and Razor and he would be in this one. He said these games are contemporaries. I guess maybe old Tatsu was in Turtles 2. I can't remember. I remember Kino. Why didn't I fight Kino in his pizza delivery costume? Was he a pizza delivery guy? I don't remember. I'm in a different color cave. More pizza monsters. So they must have started running of ideas around this part right here. So they were like, you remember that cave that we had? Let's just change the colors. Even the enemies that we had? Let's just make them kind of orange. Still with 2 lives. I don't know how. I don't know how I went from 5 to 2 in the first 2 levels, and now I'm sticking at 2 for like the past 6. But the past, this game divides up levels weird. So these pizza aliens were definitely influenced by like a xenomorph from the Aliens movies. Oh, Leatherhead again? What? Now it's a different color? Remember when I said they were running out of ideas? This game feels budget. Now that I've reached this point, there's only been 2 like sprites that have been made specifically for this game for what it looks like, and they might have just been taken out of Turtles in Time. This game feels budget. I could be wrong. I don't know. I mean, that's Leatherhead again. We already brought Leatherhead. Now he's just purple. And he does the same little, like, sticking his arms out dancing animation that he did in Turtles in Time. And I have to believe that game came first. Short level too. Like I just fought a boss. Okay. It's like the boss rush. Yeah. It's the same music from last level. Frozen Time. Don't shoot me. Where's Bebop? I don't feel like I'll make it past this part, which is fine. I feel like I've gotten the knowledge I wanted to have. But what was different about this game? It seems like a lot and not a lot at the same time. Rocksteady was a boss in it was the first boss in Teenage Ninja Turtles 2 on the NES, and April O'Neil's Flaming Apartment. Bebop was the second boss. He had a gun that would freeze you, I believe. Come on, Don. Can't remember what the third boss in this game was. Was it Tatsu? Yeah, it was. We just fought him. So I got one life. Think I can beat him? Do you think I can beat him? Doubt it. Didn't do that. That whole lunging attack that takes your life, I don't really want to do. I don't want to do any attacks that take life. Shit. I mean, the bosses are doing a good enough job of taking my life without me having to help them. Shit. Okay. What happens now? The gauntlet. So I just started beginning. I'm not doing that. Oh, okay. So Andy Play Stuff returns, and I learned what I wanted to learn. This game is not as good as Turtles in Time, so just keep that in mind when you're out at the flea markets or the pawn shops. If you see Turtles in Time or Hyperstone Heist, get Turtles in Time, because it's a better game. So, you know, just keep it real, cowabunga.